Hi everyone. Last week I was speaking with a PhantomBuster user who was interested to launch his phantoms from the PhantomBuster API. His use case was sending some custom properties such as a LinkedIn profile or a sales navigator search to the phantom, but he didn't want to override the other properties. And I think he was right. Settings such as the session cookie, the user agents of your LinkedIn session can be easy to break or can appear invalid if you forget something. In this case, it's always better to first set up your phantom with everything you need. Then, as a second step, it is possible to use a property that we call the bonusArguments within your API call, so you avoid changing or breaking anything else within your phantom setup. This is what we will see in this video. Let's explore it together. As I said before, the user I've been talking to wanted to send some custom LinkedIn profiles automatically to the LinkedIn profile scraper to enrich the profiles, get more data on his prospects, and find their professional emails. But the LinkedIn profile he wanted to enrich will change every time because he was collecting it through a form on his website. So as soon as someone is filling the form with the LinkedIn profile, then he wants to send the information to the phantom and collect data on these contacts. So we will do the example with the LinkedIn profile scraper, but keep in mind that it can work on any other phantom with any other properties that you will find in your phantom setup. So let's open the LinkedIn profile scraper. As you can see on the activity tab, I already launched the phantom 3 times. And if we go now on the setup, you will see that I was setting up everything. So under the profile to scrape, I was selecting a list, as you can see. Then I was connecting my LinkedIn accounts. I didn't select any email discovery service, but I could do it. The launch setting is not very important as I will launch the phantom through the API. So now the property I would like to override and to change automatically is the profiles to scrape. But if I want to know the label of this property and making sure that I will select the right one, I can click on the 3 dots here and switch to JSON. There I will be able to see all the properties I was setting up with their labels and their values. The one I'm interested about is the spreadsheetUrl. You can see that I was setting a list, so I have this list starting with org storage. But I could also change any other property I would like, such as enrichWithCompanyData. As default, I didn't want to enrich any company data. But if I wanted to override this property, I could select this label and set it to true within my API call. For the moment, I will just take the spreadsheetUrl, I will copy it, and then we will go on the PhantomBuster API hub. To launch a phantom, whether with its default setup or with new properties you want to change automatically, you have to use the API endpoint called agents launch. As you can see, I already grabbed my API key that I was setting in the header. I also grabbed the ID of my phantom. Now, if I want to override the property, but still keep the default configuration of my phantom, I will have to use the property called bonusArguments. Then I will click under Object Add Field. As a key, I will use spreadsheetUrl. And as a value, I will paste any LinkedIn profile I would like to enrich. So now I'm ready and I can click on Try It. My API call was a success. You can see that I got a new container ID and that the status of my request was a 200. So let's go back on the PhantomBuster app and see what was going on. If I click on activity, I can see that I just launched a new API call I can make sure of it because I see here lunchtime API call. So we will now try to do the same on NA10. I created a new workflow on NA10 and now I will add the first step. Search for PhantomBuster and select add an agent to the launch queue. Then I need to select the right agent. So in this case is the LinkedIn profile scraper we have been using. And you will see that under additional fields, if you click on add field, you have the bonus argument. So you select bonus argument and add bonus argument. There you will have to paste the key, spreadsheetUrl, and your new value. In this case, my value is static because I didn't connect this node with anything that was happening before. But if we take again the example of getting a LinkedIn profile from someone who was filling a form on a website, then you could collect this data from your form and start your flow with this trigger. And you will see here on the left part of the screen that there will be some inputs with the dynamic LinkedIn profile variable. So you will just need to select this variable to drag it and drop it under the value. For now, I think we are good to go, so I can click on execute step. My node was executed successfully, so it means my Phantom was running, and we can have a look together back at my PhantomBuster account to see that my input was not replaced within my Phantom setup. So if we open the setup of the Phantom, we can go on profiles to scrape, and you can see here that I still have my list by default. So doing this way, using the bonus arguments allows you to use your Phantom setup to override one or multiple properties, but still keep your Phantom how it was configured before. I hope this video was helping you. Drop any comment if you have any question, and I will catch you in the next one.